Hi, Aries. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your October 28th, 2023 Lunar Eclipse Full Moon reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so much for doing so. If you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. And that is also linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see what the tarot has to say here, Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels. And spirit guides, angels, and spirit guides, excuse me, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels, and spirit guides, angels, and spirit guides. So I really love how we come through as the King of Wands right here. Now we're crowned with the Five of Cups, and the Five of Cups is change your mind and change your life. This is reversed. So we're having difficulties. We're kind of set in our ways with certain things. We want to see things a certain way. And Spirit is going to show us during this moon, and this moon is going to show us most definitely that there is a different way of looking at things. Now, it can be that certain things happen during this time that are making us slow down, that are making us look at things a different way. Now, with the Chariot reversed, emotions can be a little bit out of control at times. We can have a hard time reining things in. So Spirit can really be testing us in a way that like pushes our buttons and we think, oh my gosh, what's happening here? And we're moving towards happiness is what's happening. The Spirit's like, hey, look at this. Focus here. Now, with the King of Swords reverse, this is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Now, this new, not new moon, this full moon is in Taurus. And the Taurus energy is coming forward and being like, let's be grounded. Let's really look at what we need. Now, air sign energy can be coming in and wanting to turn everything up, like kind of make a little bit of a sandstorm. So just be aware of that. Let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is love. You know, the Beatles song, All You Need Is Love. It's true. You know, as much as sometimes you hear, love is not enough. And that is also true. You can't, change other people's worlds, just by the sheer force of our own will, because then we can set ourselves up to be very disappointed. But to know that with love, we can change the world. We start with ourselves and we embrace love. Just embrace love during this time, Aries. Move forward in love. Make love your mantra. Connect yourself with love. Say, I love you, I love you, I love you to yourself, like as a mantra, as a chant throughout the whole entire day. Make that your goal, to love you fully, utterly, and unbelievably, because you're going to set yourself up for absolute success. Moving in love and being a part of love is going to be the greatest thing that you can do, and also the greatest thing that is illuminated by this full moon. It moves us then to the energy we need to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the Five of Wands reversed. We are done with fighting. We are so done. So it's interesting. We have 5 as a freedom number, and both the times the 5 shows up, it's reverse. So we can be looking for freedom, way to express ourselves, way to kind of break out of, people's shadows or people's way of thinking about things or our own way of thinking about things. So just be aware of that during this time here, Aries. With the 5 of Wands reverse, we really do not have any desire, inclination, or want to be pulled into other people's trauma drama. We just don't. Even our own, we're like, okay, listen, I have to move past this, or release myself from this, surround myself in love. I'm done with the chaos. I'm done with the drama. And that's just such a big part of us. But because we're done with the drama, why Spirit is saying, hey, watch out, is that we can be a little bit harsh with ourselves, with that. It's like, oh, just be over with that. It's like, no, Spirit's like, hey, connect with you. It's important. Now we're crowned with the 5 of water, the 5 of cups. Change your mind and change your life. Reversed, we can get stuck on certain things. We have to see things just a certain way, or it has to be just a certain way. And Spirit here is very much like, no, open up your eyes, turn around, see the healing, beautiful love behind you, which, upside down, it feels like I can't connect with this, right? I don't get to have that healing, that love, that connection. Spirit's like, oh, yes, you do. Oh, yes, you do. It can just take us a moment to see it, because we're going to be so set on seeing things the way that we thought it should have been seen, or the way that we thought it should have been, that we do not open our door and open ourselves, to the healing that we need, the love that we need, the power that's right behind us. Because we're going to think, oh, it has to look like this. And it's just going to look different. It's just going to be different. And that's why Spirit is saying here, your happiness is coming in big time. You have the 10 of Cups, and they all live happily ever after. But it's hard to see it because we thought it should have been written or acted or, presented in a different way. And so with the King of Fire, the King of Wands, this is us. We're represented by the wands in the Minor Arcana. The King is the highest court card in the Minor Arcana. Here we have the heart, and we have a little fire gem jewel in the heart, and we have the sun behind the king. This is embracing our love and our passion and ourselves and what we desire and what we want, and our fire and our determination. And this is living in passion, and knowing that living in passion is absolutely important to us. That passion is going to guide us, is going to rule us. It lives inside of us. It can make us have, a bad temper if we don't mind it. And it can make us shine like the sun if we do. And so here, during this time, Spirit is saying, hey, look fully, openly, and honestly at yourself, Aries. Embrace who you are. Embrace what you love, because that moves us to the 10 of Cups. And it's like, yes, it's time to follow happiness, love, connection. But this is what makes you happy. So we tend to look at happiness and say, of course I want the happiness. But we tend to think, or the media shows us, that happiness is one cookie cutter way. It has to look like this. It looks like this, but you can change up the pieces a little bit, but still happiness looks like accumulating, achieving XYZ. And Spirit's saying no. What makes us happy is set in our hearts when we are very, very small. It's things that bring us joy and connection and contentment and move us forward in love. That's why love is going to be such a beautiful thing for us, a guiding thing for us during this moon and this eclipse and this time. And the 10 of Cups is saying, what brings you your happily ever after? What do you love? What do you need? What do you shine in? With the Chariot, emotions can be all over the place. Now, we can also have a negative Cancer energy, or, Cancer time frame, June 21st to July 22nd. That could have been a very tumultuous time for us, and we're still kind of reeling from the impacts of things. We need to rein things in, and that is going to seem hard. It's going to seem hard to rein in what is chaotic, what is overwhelming, what is, a little bit too much. It's too much. And that's going to be something we need to look at during this time. If this is an external force, which for some of us it can be, this is a person whose emotions are everywhere. And it is exhausting. You cannot keep up with this person's emotions, nor should you try to, and you can't control them either. They have to have their emotions. They have to figure out how to, I don't want to say stand on their own 2 feet, but not be so explosive all the time. That's something that is going to be very important for them in their journey. So just knowing that is a very powerful thing. Knowing that reining things in for ourselves emotionally, personally, during this lunar eclipse, during this full moon, can seem monumental at times. And it is monumental to be able to say, okay, I feel like this, but I need to act like this, or I want to throw a hissy fit, or I'm tired and I'm overwhelmed, but I'm not going to let that get the best of me. So that's going to be a really big thing, because we're moving towards happiness, and we're completing a cycle towards happiness. And Spirit is really saying here, don't let it run amok. Don't let emotions and other people run amok in our lives. With the King of, did I say King of Swords before? This is the King of Water, which I don't know why I saw swords. Air. This is water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Again, highlighting that Cancer energy. Spirit showed before a sandstorm of emotions in an earth time, right? This is a Taurus full moon. And so here, the power of emotions can come in, and we can want to be grounded during this time. We can feel like, okay, how do I plant myself? How do I ground what I need, what I want, where I need to be for me? And our emotions, again, can be getting the best of us. The tides are coming in. The waters respond to the moons. The waters respond to the lunar eclipse. Like, the waters respond to everything that is going on. And so do we. Because we are made up of water. A lot of water is in us. And so here, it is knowing that with the full moon, our emotions intensify. Have you ever been in an emergency room during a full moon, and the doctors will be talking, the nurses will be talking, they'll be like, oh man, I hate working full moons. And I always find it so interesting that people who are, so science, so they would say they're so grounded. They're like, oh, full moons, they're intense. Full moons are intense. And here, it's time to listen to our emotions, but also knowing that the energy of our emotions can just be so powerful during this time. And externally, the energy of other people's emotions can be so powerful that it knocks us off our path, or it can just seem like, how am I ever going to move forward in what I want, and in the power and in the passion? Because remember, water can, extinguish fire. So our emotions can make it so that our passion, our fire, our determination seems unachievable, or it seems like I just can't get there. So do not let emotions overpower you during this time, because they're going to want to. They're going to want to steal the show. And because we're moving towards our happiness, and we think, okay, communicating with my heart and embracing what I love means feeling. And if I feel more, I'll be happier. But sometimes when we feel more, or we just let our emotions take over, it just runs amok. So Spirit is saying, feel, but with balance. Feel with harmony and love of self. So let's see what the moon has to say for herself. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. And the bonus card goes right here. Ooh, we'll get that to stand up in just a minute. So we'll start with the bonus card. And this is the realization reversed. Realizing that we are key. It's a card that comes up, right? We get told by the moon, realize you are key. And we forget it. And the world takes over, and other people's emotions and reactions to things takes over, and we forget that we are key. It is key to stand in our power and in ourselves. It is key to realize that we are the key that walks through the keyhole and embraces the new world. So realization is going to be coming in, but it can come in, come out, come in, come out during this time. It's like, for a little bit, everything can seem so clear, and then it can be like, oh, how's that clear again? Or where was I going? What was I doing? With the 5 of Cups reverse, we have blossoming. We are blossoming into ourselves, yes. And we have reversed, take time to breathe out. So we are blossoming, that's in the upright position. But then taking time to breathe out is reversed. It's like, how do I connect? How do I move forward? How do I get to where I need to be? I'm so stressed. I'm pushing this. Spirit is saying, this is going to be a time of immense change, changing the way that we look at things and being guided by the moon to see things quite differently. The moon will have us blossoming into ourselves if we do take this time to breathe out, to slow down, and to connect, which is kind of the last thing that we want to do. We want to make things go faster and faster and faster and faster and push for more and more. But if we slow down, if we embrace patience, a win-win outcome is forecast. And that's also as we embrace the power and essence of ourselves and the sacred masculine energy of the King of Wands, of fire, determination, focus, insight, of, saying, what do I love? What am I passionate about? What do I want to, build forward on or move forward on and build off of and connect with? It brings us then to resilience. We are strong. Okay? Aries, nobody has to tell an Aries that they're strong. You know that you're strong. But resilience is reversed. You don't have to be strong all the time. You don't have to carry everything on your shoulders. It brings us then to communicating. Communication is key. That is also reversed. Are we communicating with ourselves what we want? Or are we thinking, okay, I just have to be stronger, push harder, be stronger, push harder? That is keeping us from our happiness. This is going to be a time during this moon, leading up to this moon, where we can have certain things fall upon our shoulders. And we think, no, it's just going to be, no, that is not right. Or that is not what I want. And our ability to just carry on and be a pack mule and carry on will stop. And that's going to be the time we need to communicate with ourselves. What do I want? Where am I going? And what is really important to me? And is any of this leading me towards joy, towards happiness, towards peace within myself? And am I choosing happiness and peace? Because sometimes, with all the craziness in the world, happiness and peace, they're a choice. It moves us to darkness reversed, with the Chariot reversed, and then we have believe in the impossible reversed. We can find it very hard with this influx and this intensity of emotion to embrace the void. So what is the void? The void is connecting with the universe. The void is saying there is so much more out there than I could ever have imagined, and stardust runs through my veins. So I am connecting with the empty space of time because I am a part of the empty space of time, which is a trip. That's a trip. And sometimes that statement or even that imagery moves me to tears because it's scary, it's overwhelming. And our emotions can be getting the best of us and saying, there's just chaos here. There's just chaos here. We are finding it hard to believe in the impossible. Believing in ourselves, that can seem impossible. Believing in our dreams, that can seem impossible. Until we stop and connect, until we slow down, we will not be able to believe in the impossible. And that means, in the way that Spirit is showing me, we will not be able to believe in our dreams and in ourselves. Wisdom is reversed. Do we see ourselves as wise? No, we see ourselves with the King of Water as just kind of overwhelmed with emotions. It's kind of like a toddler, right? I'm just going to have a fit and let all my emotions come out. And that's great. Sometimes we need to do that. But we're not going to be seeing it as wise. It says, step out of your comfort zone. That's reversed. We want to stay in our comfort zone. We want to kind of like snuggle into our comfort zone and say, nope, this is where I'm going to stay. And that's okay. It's okay to say, I need things to move slowly, or I need a bit of protection and comfort and stability, security here. But Spirit is showing us that the way that we embrace the wisdom that we are accumulating over the years is to step out of our comfort zone and to look at things not through the same old eyes, the same old way, but to look at things through love. And if we look at things through love, we start to see that we become a little bit wise. But our emotions can take over. And then when the emotions take over and we're just, that toddler having a fit, we don't feel wise. We don't feel connected. And, it is really hard to step out of our comfort zone because We can't have those fits in places where we don't feel secure. Or it's very rare to have those type of, emotional tantrums in places where we don't feel secure. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message, which is prosperity. Let yourself shine with prosperity. You are meant to be prosperous. You are meant to be loved. You are meant to move forward in beauty. You are. You are. Life always has its challenges. It's just what it does. It's like, my goodness, especially if you're a good person, especially if you're trying to raise your energy vibration and move forward and be nice, it's like it always has its challenges. It wants to kick you down, but you are meant to be prosperous. And that is something you need to remember, Aries. Our subconscious spirit message, or message to be mindful of, is the Two of Wands. Doors are opening. Not every door that opens to us do we have to take. If it doesn't feel right, it's not right for us. Just be aware of that. Our subconscious, let's go with the tarot message, is the Emperor reverse. Subconsciously, that's us. Okay, this is the essence of us. Subconsciously, we can get in our own way. We can be really kind of ready for a fight. That's why we don't want to fight anymore, because we're ready for it. We're ready for the attack. We're ready for the, getting the claws out type of thing. And Spirit's like, nope, calm it down. Subconsciously, we can be so driven, so focused, so intense that we forget to nurture and to grow. And that's going to be something we need to say, is this for my better good? Like, is this growing me in the direction I want to grow, or in the purpose that I want, or, unfolding in the way that I need? So just be aware of that during this time here, Aries. Our subconscious Luna message is, will we balance the spiritual and the practical? Will we find a balance between our world and the spirit world? Or try to find a balance within ourselves between our world and the spirit world to open up the doors and to move us forward? It's like, are we going to hold sacred space for us? And that sacred space, what is more sacred than our time? That sacred space is being able to connect lovingly with us, with ourselves and our being. All right, Aries. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.